probably where it started.
That was the first part.
Hey, howdy everybody, we are live here at the Portal Home Studio. Hello everyone, I am the Brandt.
I'm Bryan.
I'm Kathy.
Awesome. Kathy, you've seen on stream. Bryan's been on a few of the streams. Bryan is the owner of the Portal, which is located in Manchester, Connecticut, and where you find Larry and I streaming often. And hopefully more people as time goes on, that it's not just us. Eventually told Bryan he could use it for unboxings and other things like that too, which would be cool. So, we're just fledgling in what we're doing here. So, howdy everybody. I know it's a Saturday night and you might be somewhere else, so you're not with us live. If you are, though, you can put a hello in the chat. If you're watching it later, which I imagine many people do, then you can just comment down below. What's your favorite Uwe Rosenberg game? Have you never played one? Have you ever heard of Agricola, which is one of the most popular games by this designer? But either way, we're going to play some Hallertau. Hallertau is a famous region in Germany for producing goods. So we're going to work with sheep, and we're going to work with craft houses and fields. And it's a big, sprawling Euro game. So it takes a little while to play, and it's a little too big for our table. So a couple things are cut off, but we generally got it pretty good here. Even with the glare, you should be fine. So I'm going to teach mostly using Bryan's set of boards here. I'll use mine because his board here is cut off. And we'll jump in and play. I said a lot.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything to say?
No, I mean, I'll be learning it too, so
Nice.
I'll be part of that.
Kath, you played before.
I did. We played yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel about play number one?
I liked it a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I really like this house, and I'd like to live in a house like this.
Nice. All right, so here we go. We switched a couple things up. Kath, if you don't mind, why is this off? If you can deal each of us 4 of the gateway and 1 of the endgame cards. I don't remember what these are actually called.
Are these shuffled?
Yeah. You can shuffle them again if you want. So the other thing to note in the game is that it comes with 4 different decks of these gateway cards and of the bonus cards. And you can swap those out. So we're playing with different decks than we played with yesterday.
Okay.
To be more on level with you in some sense, or really just to try it.
Right.
So, all right, the game's going to take place over 6 rounds, which is tracked here. Again, Bryan's board is here, his sheep herding board. I'm going to show you here, since you can see that one. So these are the 6 rounds that we're going to have. And each round has 10 phases. It feels like a lot, but basically it's like before actions, take our actions, which is worker placement, and then afterward, with the main one being this, use our resources to slide these forward and eventually be able to slide your house forward. At the end of the game, there's several things you're going to get points for, but the big ones are this house can move forward. Oh, I'm going to show on your board. This house can move forward, and as you slide, there's this little window, and these are worth a lot of points at the end of the game. So the further you can slide that forward. In addition, you may have something like this, and one of these craft buildings might be ahead of the house, in which way it'll show a +3, so you get those 3 bonus points. So every distance you can move a craft house past it, a craft building, you'll also get points. Other than that, all of your resources, fields, and various resources that you're going to track here, you're going to divide by 5 and gets points for. And then there's these endgame cards, which look like this, that says if I give up 12 thread at the end of the game, I get 10 points. So you can use these cards anytime, so if you wanted to do it, but basically the endgame ones you're going to do at the end of the game. And you can get bonus points there. There's a few other bonus points. In ours, these bonus cards were worth 3 points apiece for the most part.
Yes, not all of them.
Not all of them, but some of them. And the jewelry are worth a point each, but that's, negligible. What did you beat me? 76.59? So that's the score range. You're looking probably to be in the 100 to 200 range, Bryan.
That's Larry.
Yeah, right. That would be Larry if we were playing. So a couple things to note about your board. So these are your fields, and this is kind of how well cultivated they are or prepped. So you're looking at this number over here, this is a level 5 field. So it slides up and down. So you only have 1 field per column. Okay? And then these are trackers. This gets a little busy. You've got a bowl of your own resources over there. So this means you have one. What did we decide this one was called?
They're flowers.
Yeah, these.
I don't know what.
I feel like this one was rye and this one was barley. So this was 1 barley, this is 2 barley, 3 barley, 4 barley, 5 barley. So this is like a tracker. The part that's weird is you start to have 14. So it's like 5, 5, 4. It's a little too much to track. Also of note, you've got 4 crops and 4 animal products. So that's how you can tell what's a crop, because there's spaces on this board. Can you see this board?
Yeah. I'll just pull it up on the stream.
Okay. So this one will say things like you get 2 crops and then you choose from those ones, whatever you want. All right. That's a majority of the things. So these are your workers here. What else do I want to say?
Sheep?
Yeah, you're going to collect sheep. So I guess we should start the first round like I did with you and then go from there, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the first thing it says here is that we're going to go to this board and we're going to flip a card. So I put 1 worker in every bottom slot. So for people here, there's a 1 worker space, a 2 worker space, and a 3 worker space. Workers are generic. You spend them and then you leave them on the board and then you collect new ones for the next round. Ooh, actually, we might need more workers now that I thought of that. So we got a bag. Yeah, perfect. So we'll get to that. So the workers stay on the board. This then tells us in a 3-player game to clear all of the top level in 1, 2, and 4. So I cleared all the workers out from 1, 2, and 4. If there was one that was like this, I would clear these 2, but leave the 1. If there's just a single one, then I clear those out. In terms of all that. All right. Then the next thing you do is you're going to take your farmyard card from right here. You're going to place it off the board. So that tells you that we're in round 1. And you put your workers on it. The number of workers is equal to the number in the window right here. This board is off. So that's where you're going to get 6 workers, and you can pick this up to see where it's going to be, getting all the way up to 12 workers, which is how many I gave us, but then I realized they're going to be here as well, so I might need more. So those go on there. You're going to get this card once you spend all your workers, and you will spend all your workers every round. So you don't have to do that. Then you would activate any bonus card. So the bonus cards are right here. There's these 4 decks. Sorry, these are gateway cards. So these are intended to give you an immediate path to jumpstart. So they're considered relatively easy to complete. Like you still have to work for them, but they're easy to complete. And then often they'll give you one of these bonus cards once you complete them. The bonus cards are going to be, so the top part is saying have 7 clay, not spend, just have. And then you can put this on the board and you get 1 clay in the third part of every round, at the start of every round, basically. And it's also worth 2 victory points in this case.
Sorry, that goes where?
These will just go in front of you,
okay.
And then you'll get 1 at the start of every round. So that's what the bonus cards do. So that's the phase where you activate those. We won't have any in the first round. Then the 4th one is we're going to place workers. So I basically just explained that to you. So you're going to take a worker, go on the space, do whatever it says. Take 2 workers, go on the space above, do whatever it says, right? Once there's 3, that space is blocked, etc. The other thing you can do instead of that, the rabbit's going crazy over there. The other thing you can do is trade in any number of workers for tools. And I will explain tools when I get to the craft phase, but you basically use tools to push these boulders out of the way. So it's a good call to use tools. To get those. And tools are not spent, like you just spend them for a round and then you get them back until the last round when you spend them for good, which I don't know why, and that actually hurt me in the last game because I had something that was like, oh, get rid of 4 tools and you get 6 points, but I had to spend them in the last round.
Okay.
So it's just of note for that reason. Okay, so that's that. So we will place all of our workers and we'll just keep going till everybody's out. We just go around. So you could take an action to get 1 tool or get 6 tools, but you just place 1 section of workers each time. And I'll probably just kind of let you see those spaces and ask questions. That's what we did yesterday. These ones are take a card.
Which, like on
like
the side?
Each on the side, so 1 from each of the deck, and take the rooster, which is the first player. So, however, like if you go here and take that, and then I go here and take that, I would now be first player. So that's how those work. All right, so then after that, this will be clear, so you'll get this card in your hand. I don't know how to explain farmyard cards. Gabby was asking me there. They tend to be spend a variable amount of something to gain a variable amount of something.
And this is spend.
This is spend. So the down arrow
arrow.
means spend. The parchment paper means have.
Okay.
So this would be literally get rid of fields. So get rid of 1, 2, 3, or 4 fields to gain jewelry, and your tracker's right here for jewelry. And I will explain jewelry when I get to this phase. Again, this is the biggest phase of the game. So that's what you can do there. You can get these farmyard cards, and they tend to be that. Spend some number of things to get some number of things. All right, then these are going to sound weird until we actually do it, but then the next phase is any empty field, so this would be a non-empty field. They all move up 1, and then you pick any other field and move it up 1. So basically fields you're not using are going to get better. Then you would harvest your fields. So I would take any that have goods. Oh, I'm supposed to be demonstrating it on Bryan's so people could see better. So these would slide up. Then you can slide one more up. Then harvesting your field is you take that, move it over, and slide the field down 1. And you would do that for any number of fields that you had. So that's that. That's all just going to kind of make sense in the game. The whole move them up so they get better. So you can plant better if you didn't this turn. Then for every sheep you have, so I should actually mention getting sheep. So when you get a sheep, this part's a little weird. It's like you haven't built a fence or a pasture yet. You gotta do it over here, sorry. So it tells you to put it on this round. So now the sheep is here, and as soon as we get to the 4th round and move this card, that sheep runs off and dies because it's not safe. So what you have to do is take actions like this that say 1 sheep gains +1 round, and then you can move the sheep forward, and finally into the pen where it's safe. So they're safe until you get to rounds 4, 5, and 6. Then when we get to those rounds, you already have a pen built, so the sheep go right in there. So there isn't an arrow to show that they're going to go this way. So it can be a little confusing. This one can sound like you get to go like that, but when you have a sheep here, you have to actually move it that much there. So that's of note. Yeah, what was I on? Oh, so then every sheep you have, regardless of where it is, gives you 1 milk. And milk is another one of the resources. All right, then the big round. So then the big action that we do is we get to move these craft buildings forward. So basically, the round is going to tell you how many goods you need, and it's equal to the round number. So you need 1 good, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in order to slide it forward. And then there's other constraints. So this one, you have to spend more clay than you spend rye. So you'd have to spend 1 clay in the first round to move it forward because you can't spend 1 rye, right? So it's only clay that's going to move it. So then this one, you'd have to spend more barley than hops. This one, you have to spend either of these because you only have to spend 1 from either of these. Again, 1 from any of these 3, 1 from any of these 3. So early on, it's easier to move, but you're kind of saving up resources. Later, it's a lot harder. There's also discounts. Maybe it's even easier to show something later. So in this phase, you spend... this one's easier to see. In this phase, you spend 5 goods that are shown on here, any 5. So now I could spend 3 clay and 2 rye.
Those are the only 2 you can do on these ones as well. Okay.
Yep. Or I can spend 4 goods using 2 types, but of course here it'd have to be 3 and 1 because I have to spend strictly more. Or 3 goods of 3 types. So here I could spend 1 of each of these and slide them forward. So then you get to these boulders. So if you spend a tool, which again you get back, you can slide a boulder forward. Now you'd be able to do it again.
Okay.
And then you could spend 2 tools to slide both of those forward so that you could do it again. That makes sense?
Each round you can...
Yep.
Okay, so you could spend... If they were all the way there, you could spend like 3 clay and move it.
Yep. Yeah, this would now be 3 clay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's where tools come in, and you get them back. It's just they're used up because you send them with one of your helpers into the field, and then they bring it back. I don't know. I just made up a theme for that. Go Rado. All right. So that's that piece. The reason you're doing that is if you slide all of these forward, then you can slide your house forward. So now you get more workers in the next round and eventually victory points. So this is really like the thing you're trying to do. Advance these. Then, here's the weird part. Completely non-thematic. Then, no matter where the boulders are, they reset to 2 and 4 spaces away.
Okay.
So even if you pushed it in a
So
previous round, it will come back.
Okay. So you don't absolutely need tools. They just would help.
Correct. Yeah, you could slide everything forward 1 space per round. And then in 6 rounds, you'd end up 6 spaces forward. But yeah, you probably at least want the tools to move 1 thing forward to have some rounds where you move them twice. But the double move isn't necessary unless you kind of fall behind.
Because, yeah, you get points
Yeah.
for these later.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the weird part, and I don't know the theme of why the boulders come creeping back. They really push forward most of the time, because you move that up, and then that, and now they just reset. So there isn't really a theme there. It's just a mechanic of saying, oh, you can move any building once, and twice if you spend a tool, and 3 times if you spend 3 tools, you know? Did I slide those enough, or should I keep doing it? All right, then the other thing is jewelry is a complete wild. It will completely cover the cost of moving any one craft building forward. So in round 6, a jewel is basically worth 6 goods. So the later you spend these, the better they are. What did I miss? I did tools, I did jewelry. I think that's everything, right? And the 10th phase was that reset the boulders, and then we start a new round. So it's really do some compulsory stuff, get your workers, place all your workers, do some compulsory stuff to collect goods, and get other things, and then move these simultaneously, and then start another round. Right? So the 2 big actions are place here, spend your resources to move this up. Cool? All right, you start with 4 of these gateway cards and 1 of these endgame scoring cards. And now it's a very quiet game. Oh, we have to see who goes first. How do we do that?
I don't know. Can I see I need to look up a card already. This feels super...
So yeah, bear with us. This is a very thinky game, so it'll be rather quiet in comparison to something rowdy, but I think you'll get a good chance to see. And mostly, you don't really need to see Bryan's board here. That's why we had that a little bit off camera. That's just kind of tracking the rounds, and you can kind of see mine up here. These are where most of the actions and things are going, and then we'll try to explain what we're doing here, since it's hard to see all of those guaranteed. Should I just go first and make life easy?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so we did the first phases there. And now my jewels are off the table here. Now we go to we did the first 3. So now we go to place workers. Excuse me. All right. Interesting. All right. So I think I will go and acquire clay. So I'm going to get 4 clay, and then I just take clay from here and put it on space 4.
And that's me.
Yep.
All right.
Some of these have or, and some of them don't.
Are and,
so you
yeah.
would do both.
Okay.
And some of them are spend.
Are these just like take what you have here and put them in?
You can plant 4
Like that.
You've got
things.
everything in your bowl. We divided all the resources out. So you've got
This is saying I've got 1 of each of those goods right now? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. When you sow a field, you take 1 resource. This might have been what Kathy just said. And you put it in a field. And it will now be worth that many at the end of the round.
Once you've brought it over.
Yep.
And
Okay.
if you have 3 of something, you would spend 1
Yes.
Okay.
And then
to
put it
plant
there. Yeah.
wherever you want.
So it's just instead of holding on to 3 of them, you have tracks.
Okay. Sounds good. And then these would come into your hand if you collect those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Directly into your hand.
All right.
Yeah, even when you get this card, it goes into your hand. You don't have to play it or lose it.
Okay. So I guess I should have been looking at this ahead of time.
Yeah.
No, I guess it's just finding that path, right?
Oh yeah, no worries. Take your time. It should have come with like farm jokes to keep everyone.
So I can just do that, collect that.
And you get the rooster.
See, I told you he was going to take cards right in the beginning. It's like... So yeah, just of note on these cards, this means draw a bonus card once you complete it.
Right.
Which is probably the bigger deal than what you actually get for doing it.
So, and then and what is this used for?
The
clay?
Carpentry.
Oh, carpentry. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. And let's just add 2. Add 2? Or add 1 at 2, and then...
Yep, add a field, and then get a clay. Yeah, it's interesting. He had so many polyomino games, and now this is just like a classic worker placement. No polyominoes.
2 crops.
And Feast for Odin I enjoyed. It's a lot. You had played it several times in 2020. But the other polyomino ones I wasn't super into, other than maybe Patchwork.
Although, get a yarn. And my sheep gains 1 round.
Aw.
And then, so one of my cards was only 1 to 3 workers left on my card.
Interesting. Okay.
It was so weird. Then I can move all empty fields 1 row up.
And you get a bonus card?
And a bonus card.
There you go.
That was so much easier than any card I ever got yesterday.
All right. I'm going to go here. Move 2 fields to row 5. Yeah, we should be saying what we're doing. Sorry. 2 empty fields to row 5. And then sow 1, right?
Yep.
So I will sow this barley.
I'm going to go... Because they only move up if they're empty, right? That's how the...
Yes, correct. Okay. Only the empty fields move up.
Okay, so I'll do that. Move those up to there. And then add... I guess I'll bring this up there. Okay.
Plant. Whatever this is.
Yeah, so Kathy took the space that says get a milk or a thread and then plant sow in 2 spaces, which is a needle pulling thread. So I'll go here and get 3 crops. So that's any 3 crops. Take barley. Hops. And whatever the blue one is. What did we decide the blue one is? It looks like indigo.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's all stuff for making flax. I think it's all stuff for making beer, because I think that's what the Hallertau region was famous for at first.
Is there flax in beer?
I think so.
Okay.
is there flax in beer in Australia?
So I guess I will do...
Well, it says English pale ale tends to have flax in it. So maybe not.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it.
I can think.
Yeah. Oh, I'll allow it. Kathy might. Are you okay?
Sure, let's do that. So I will gain... Where does this go? Like the resources just go here still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one thing Kathy would have liked if your
there's a different...
plantable things were here and your animal products were here.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you'd have a board that was extended even further.
Yeah, or they put it with the jewels or somewhere else.
I thought maybe if the track went up and around this way, I would have liked that for a longer track.
All right, I'm done.
I realized
Finally.
I should have gotten clay earlier because the space is suboptimal, but I will get one clay.
Yep, I'm good. Sorry. I was going to make a suggestion and I decided not to.
Smart move.
I'm going to go here and I'm going to sow 3 fields. So I will sow here and I will sow here. So I'm going to drop my flax by 1 and I will sow here. So now I have, I don't have that yet. I have 3 planted fields in row 5. So I get a hops and a thread. And then I also get a bonus card. So I'll show this to the camera. So that's telling me to take one of these bonus cards as well. And you're done?
Yep. I don't have any
Kathy's
more
got
orders.
one more.
I made a tool.
Oh, right. That would have been smart. All right. So then we pick up our farmyard cards. They go in our hand. Excuse me, everybody. And then we move each empty field up 1 row. And then any one empty field up 1 row. Then harvest your planted fields and move each one down a row. And you can play a card anytime. So I'm going to play 8 crops of the same type. And I get a sheep. So you can play a card on somebody else's turn. You can play it on your turn. You can play it in the middle of this. All right. And then you get a milk for each sheep. Come on. Anybody else have sheep?
Oh, I do, yeah.
And now we simultaneously pay to move these up.
Okay.
And I get to slide my little house forward. Kathy's got tools over there. And then you reset your boulders. Mechanically, it makes perfect sense, but thematically, it's weird. Like, I'll push these boulders out of the way, and then they'll push even further away. A little magic.
Yeah, I wonder why you're walking all the way over to that one. To leave a little gap.
And that is phase 10. So we wrap back around to the first phase, which is we draw this card, and it tells us to remove from quadrants 1, 2, and 3. So, Kath, if you get 1 and 2, nope, you get 1 and 3, I'll get 2. So I take the top one off of each space. Then we take our card here. Sorry, yeah, I should have mentioned here when we were sliding our craft buildings up, each one costs 1 good. Now each one will cost 2 goods to move forward. So the earlier you can move it, the better, which is why Kathy was smart with the tool to move that one up earlier. And Bryan and I are not smart. So my window says 7, so I have 7 here. Looks like we all have 7. So I gained nothing over everyone. And then activate any bonus cards. Did anybody play a bonus card yet? Nope. So we played cards, but not bonus cards. And now we go to worker placement with Bryan starting because he has the... Oh, Bryan, this is a rooster.
Is that on the farm? All right. So... Oh, right, and then you take it from here, right? So I could do this to collect that.
Yep, so Bryan's getting a milk or a thread, and then you can sow 2 fields. I'll try to narrate this for people.
Move. Okay. Bring that in there, and then in there. And then, sorry, so is this anytime? Like I could play a card.
Yes,
Exactly 2
anytime.
planted fields. Move the planted fields up 1. Oh, so I could do that, right? And then move them up 1 row.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
And get a card.
And get a card, yep. And then this can just go away? Or you just kind of keep it off to the
Just put it
side?
off to the
Yeah,
side.
Just
there's
in
like
case.
a couple cards that might score for cards you played, or like I think I got one that said have played 3 bonus cards.
Okay.
So they're just good to have as a stack, but you don't really need them. It's only the bonus ones that you need for the ongoing abilities. And they're all labeled what type of the card they are in the corner.
Okay.
Not that you can't look at the back too, but
So this goes here.
nope. There.
Oh, because that's empty.
Yep.
This part is... The arrows are not helpful, in my opinion. And then I have 1 of each type of meat. So I will get a hat card.
Yeah, you will.
And...
It's a farmyard
clay.
card. That's the farmer's hat.
Okay.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's wearing it right in the picture. Or she. All right, I'm going to go here and get 3 crops, and I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to get 3 hops, and then I can play my bonus card because I have 7 barley and 5 hops. So I get 3 points at the start of every round. I get 1 barley. Look at me go. Then I'm going to spend 4 hops, 4 crops of any type, and I'm going to gain a field in level 2, and I get 2 bonus cards. Look at that.
That's what your card said.
My card said, look at that.
Get 2 bonus cards.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do. All right, I'm gonna go here and get a level 2 and get that thing. Go ahead.
I'm going to get a level 5
Ooh.
field.
Sorry. All right. This left with should be good things. All right, so I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna get a milk, and I'm gonna sow 2 fields.
Can I play a card on your turn?
What?
Can I play a card on your turn?
Yes.
I think so.
Because mine is an action space is fully occupied.
Yeah, why is that one in brown?
Because it's not my board, I'm assuming. It's on here.
Okay, I have the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
So did I
do
trigger?
not.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I just trigger it for everybody? So I get 2 tools and a hops and a bonus card. And I also can plant 2, which I don't think I could plant the hops there. So I'm going to plant, what am I going to plant? I want to plant hops, don't I? Yep. So I had 1 hops. So I'll plant 1 of those. And Bryan, you can go while I'm just trying to figure this out.
Okay.
I will plant flax.
Is this like get rid of one completely?
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't have this, it would be one of these off the board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just get rid of that and get one of those and 3 here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, timing with these cards is important in this game.
After you've drawn like half the deck.
I had a tough time in the last game, but then I had like a whole string. They all triggered off
They
each
were
other.
just going.
I had to get 7 milk and 6 sheep.
Okay.
And then once I got it, it was like, then sacrifice 4 sheep for this, then sacrifice milk for that. And I got it in round 4, and then it triggered for 5 and 6, but it was too late to like... I didn't have enough tools. I'd use 11 tools in the last round, and it was just too many. I don't know what I want to do. I think this one makes... Does this one make the most sense? No, I think this one does. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to get a meat and a sheep. I'm done.
All right. I guess I'm gonna go there
Nice.
to get that. Do I have to pass the rooster?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do this one. I don't know where to keep things.
We were talking about whether these cards should be like draw 2, pick 1 for the random draw. Because in most games I like that better. But I wonder here if there's a good number of cards that it's more, instead of saying, oh, will I draw something I can do, it's more, oh, well, I switch my strategy to work towards this card.
And there's no way to spend them, right?
Right.
Like that would be the only other thing,
Right.
Isn't that what A Piece for Odin did, where they added a way to kind of...
Right. There are cards that we were playing with that said spend 2 cards to
Okay.
get something. So they put that
stuff
in there.
Like that
right.
seems...
So I don't know. We were talking about the variant, but we decided with you playing and with it being streamed as the actual rules. But if you wanted, I mean, that's such a simple way to get rid of that. The only thing is if you could start mining this deck. If you get it too big, you could mine this in the last 2 rounds to get a lot of points. Could be too powerful. So you could not do it on that deck. All right. Some open clay. There. Sheep gains around. All right, so I can get 2 clay. I could draw a card. Let me, 2 tools here. Yeah, I'll just take another tool. Go ahead, whoever's Bryan.
Whoever's Bryan. All right, I'm going to draw one of these. And go ahead.
Forgot to get clay.
Very quiet on a Saturday night. Oh, I lied to you.
Uh-oh.
Dan Levy's next week.
Oh, okay.
This week
So
is
this
John
is
Krasinski, though.
like an old one? A
Oh,
repeat?
was he on it already?
I was making that.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
No, I think it's a new one.
Okay. No, that's either way. I don't think I've seen it, so it's fine.
Yeah. We started tradition when the pandemic started to watch Saturday Night Live. So this is our warm-up to Saturday Night Live. And it's been off for, what, about 6 weeks, I would say?
Since right before the election, right?
Oh, it was before the election? They didn't do after
Or did they
the
do an
election?
after
They
one?
did do an after,
Oh,
right?
okay. Yeah, I guess they must have, right?
Yeah, somewhere before Christmas. So whatever it's been, and now they're back on. We thought it was Dan Levy. Sorry. Kathy didn't think anything. I thought it was Dan Levy
Ouch.
from Schitt's Creek. It's back to Bryan.
Oh, right, you're out. I'm going to spend that to get a tool.
No, why was that ouch?
You said I didn't think anything.
Oh, well, I was saying
I
you
know.
weren't wrong.
I was
the
joking.
one who was wrong.
So I can
It's
do
fine.
this. Okay, so I'll spend that and that to get that card. So that'll give me something every round, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
spend them. I'm going to... Sorry, before I do that, I have a tool. I'm going to play this to gain 0 milk. I'm going to draw a card.
That's really an option, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we'll see.
Interesting. Oh, you
Because
spend
I'm getting
a tool.
it to get the card instead.
Right.
Basically, it's just
No,
cycling
that
through.
makes perfect sense. I was thinking it was spend no tools to get no milk and draw cards. Like, it's interesting that there's one that you just don't do anything and you draw a card.
So,
But you had to spend a tool. So.
No, you have to have a tool.
Have a tool.
yeah. So I
Not
cheated,
B?
but- All right. So I am done.
Awesome. So we all pull our farmyard cards up. And then we are going to move empty fields up a space. And one empty field up one more space. Actually, I guess it just makes sense to do that. Then we are going to harvest our fields. And move them down one.
And we could play cards now, too?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
And then, yep, go for it.
Do that. That's just saying have at least that 6 and 6, right?
Mhm.
So I'll do that to gain 1 and 1 and draw a card. Okay.
And then gain a milk for each sheep. And now we simultaneously do all of this. So I'm going to toss 2 hops to get a level 4 field and draw a bonus card. Okay. This one says 3 that you just harvested. How... I probably would have to have the card in my hand for the exact moment, right? I think so. Have the card in my hand so as soon not I drew it and I just harvested a little while ago. I will spend 2 hops for this one. Oh, I didn't get my 1 barley. Then I will spend 2 sheep. And I will start working on this. So I'm going to spend that. Spend 1 and 2 to move that one forward. 1, that one forward. 1, 1 to move that one forward. And I'm going to spend... I'm going to spend 2 of these, right? Then I'm going to use 3 tools. It's going to be this one, 2, and this one, 2. this one. 1, 2. Leave that one. Slide to there. I am good. Is everybody else good?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And reset your boulders. Okay. And then we draw this card. And it is, we need a die. Can you get to a die? Oh, you're attached, right? Okay, here.
Well, we all are.
Clear 1 and 2. And I can get one.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Could you just flip for it?
Yeah.
Can you tell on that?
Yeah.
So that's 4.
That's the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, so 4. Got it.
We needed a coin, is what we needed. My bad.
I mean, a die would work too.
All right, so we're clearing 1, 2, and 4.
Yep.
So just do 4. I did 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's weird. We didn't have that.
Yeah, I don't think they do it in 2-player. They do it in solo and 3-player. And then in 4-player, you just always clear the whole board, which is nice. All right, so bonuses.
Oh, yay.
Oh, where do you think I put my sheep?
Wait, does this come first?
Yeah, sorry, we should have gained the card first. I was just thinking the same thing. I'm up to 8 workers. How many other people at?
8.
7.
This is not a brag. This is just something to talk about for the stream.
Plus a little bit of a brag.
It's a brag, yeah. Anybody else at 36 workers yet?
How many points do you have?
Yeah. Oh, 9. Oh, that one's worth 5. They were all worth 3 last night. Did you have some worth different points?
No, mine were 3.
Yeah, so that might be different for this deck.
Oh, he's
Mine's
got
4.
4.
Yeah.
What?
Well then.
All right. Okay, so bonuses and now worker placement. Starting with
Me.
Bryan.
Yeah. I should pay attention. All right. Let's do that to move something to the left.
Hey.
Let's go there and get 2 those. Go ahead.
Oh, so you see this for this round? So now you can spend only 2 goods, but you have to use 2 different types.
Right, but it still doesn't.
Yeah, for these ones it won't work.
Oh, so I should move this one back instead,
There you go.
or that one.
I really should.
The boulders stay. They don't shift with them.
They don't shift
That's
with them
good.
when you move them to the left. Yeah. Yeah, that's the.
We
one
didn't pull the
spot.
boulders back with us.
So, yeah, it's a
Do we
little
have
strange.
discard for these cards? Should I just put them underneath, do you think?
You can put them face up underneath. Or yeah. You can just put them underneath. If we go through the whole deck, there's no more cards for people, right? What was your thing? Use cards?
It was, this card is spent any 3 cards from hand, and
Yeah,
it's a
so
bonus
there is
card.
one, yeah.
I should have done it before the bonus round, but I did not. Is it me?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That is okay. But yeah, round 3, 45 minutes in, so not too bad. It's like a 6-hour game.
And then I get clay.
Sheep. Could do that. I think I will. I will slaughter my sheep to get 4 meat and 2 hides. And then I will play have 3 meat to get 3 milk. Done. Yeah, I'm like rifling through cards this game.
Let's go.
How many workers did you have, Bryan?
8. Not really, though. So that goes there, right? And I get... Is that meat? Okay. No, it's something. Right? It's not meat. Is that fur?
This one? Oh, it looks like steak. Is that what you're
I'm
thinking?
taking the rooster.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that is lamb chops, and that is hides. Which I guess is different from wool.
Hides are definitely different from wool.
Do people use sheep hides? Is that a thing?
I
That sounds like
guess.
a dark corner of the universe. All right, I will go here. Plant in 4 fields. I'm going to plant, I really want to call it indigo, but it's flax. I will plant barley. I'm just going to plant one of everything. I slid that one down. Done.
All right. I will do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna plant some stuff. 3. So I will plant that. That. Can I plant multiples of? Like I could plant one in there, one in there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm just gonna go because I'm gonna plant stuff too.
Yeah.
Now I have to have 2 action spaces filled. No, I'm just kidding. And I'm going to go. So it'll be your turn, Brian.
Okay.
What do I need more of at this point?
Let's go there to get a sheep. And get one there. Go ahead.
Great.
It's all about your board on the stream, Brian. Oh, actually,
don't.
Kathy's right here.
Good, because mine. I feel like I need a second playlist.
Yeah, her jewelry and stuff is the box. This is where we're all talking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Like, how do you explain how a game like this is fun? Like, it's totally fun, but it's hard to explain that it's like, well, it's not laughing at answers we wrote down or, you know, hitting sticky chameleons on things. Like, it doesn't have energy. It's a different, right? It's the joy of, like, how can I make this system work and feel like I accomplished something? And I feel like the real beauty of these games when you can feel like you did a really good job, even if you didn't win, right? Like, it's like, oh, I really felt like I had fun maneuvering all these. But it's such a different type of fun. Is it me?
You too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So if that's how you play sticky chameleons.
Really think about a lot. I'm going to get rid of this field, and I'm going to get a jewel and 3 clay, and then I'm going to have no empty fields.
Nice.
How many workers did you have?
I had 8.
Is that joke getting old?
Well.
Brian, no. Caddy.
I get a tool.
I only had 7 workers.
All right. There we go. So now you're going to take your farmyard cart. Oh, hey, look. I have a worker. All right. I could spend milk to get sheep, which is kind of an interesting thing, or get a field and a clay. Here I'm gonna need 6 clay to move that up, so that ain't even no matter what I do. Oh, I could just get 3 clay here. That probably makes sense. I'm just gonna do it this way. Okay, so now we take our farmyard cards into our hand. And then empty fields move up. Cool. And then everybody harvests. Soon as I harvest that one, I'm going to give up 3 of them. Yeah, this gets a little overcrowded.
What, over here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that they're trying to keep it on smaller numbers, but then it's like, oh.
I feel like actually you could store stuff on the house too. There's a lot of
I know, yeah,
space.
there's a lot of space with the house. Good point. Oh, yeah, you're right. They could have put
Or
stuff.
the
They
house
could have had the
could have been
house have all the
smaller.
goods. Yeah, and they
And
could have had a
put
goods track on
something.
the bottom of that. That's a good call, Cap. All right. So we did that. Now we get milk.
Oh, right.
Did I forget something?
No.
I didn't.
And now pay goods or jewelry to move craft buildings. Exhausting tools to move boulders in round 6. Tools must be spent.
In round 6.
Yeah, we're going to move that one forward. We're going to spend 3 barley. Here, we're going to need to spend meat, but I can spend 2. 1, 2. It's going to slide. I'm going to spend a tool here and a tool here. I'm going to spend 3 more clay. Sorry. And then we can spend 2 goods. So in this round, we're getting discounts. So on our board here, actually, I'm going to point to Bryan's really fast. It says spend 3 goods or 2 goods using 2 different types. So for some of the things, we only have to spend 2. So that's what people are kind of working their way through.
I'm going to spend my tools for this bonus card.
Is that your phone?
Sorry, that's...
This is
It's you? Okay,
Yeah.
no, that's fine. I always think it was our daughter,
nope.
who we did not hear from, and that is okay.
Hopefully she's sleeping.
Agreed. Not staying up to watch Saturday Night Live.
Agreed. I don't think that's Nana's kind of show anymore.
You never know.
I do.
If you need to answer a phone too, you totally can. We're not going to keep you from it.
Okay.
Just don't go that way through the light. Actually, the board is nice and bright. Good job, Kathy, with the lighting. We are dark, but the board is light.
Hey, I'm going to have 8 workers. How many are you guys going to have?
10.
What?
All right, reset your boulders and flip a card here. So it is interesting with the random, right? You don't guarantee that sections are equal. So what is this?
1, 3, and 4.
1, 3, and 4, and this is 2. Okay, I really want it to go 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's quadrants. Oh, this isn't enough.
How many do you need?
10. 10 workers. All right. Then we're going to move our farm card. And then put your 10 workers on that card. Can I have 3 more workers?
No.
Do you actually need them?
Yeah. I guess I could take 3 tools right off the bat. Thank you, Bryn. And then we're going to activate our bonus cards.
And my sheep goes.
So
right
sheep now,
there
yep, they're all going to be worth a point. Oh, I don't think I said that to you.
I read it.
Sheep
So,
are a
yeah,
point at the end of the
You
game.
didn't say it to them.
Do you need to see the little pad for what scores, or you think you're good?
No, I'm good.
It's really not like, oh, that scores, I didn't know. The only thing that is to know is the fields all are worth.
They're the value. This is a
They're
5.
the value of their field, and then
Okay.
you divide by 5.
Yep.
So that was the one that we were like, oh, there's actually a couple points there. I had to get a hops. I get a barley. I get a wheat. Wow. Loving the bonus. All right. And Cafe. Halfway through the game. Here we go.
All right. I need some resources.
We have 2.5 hours till Saturday Night Live, so we're good. Not that that's the goal.
Kill a sheep.
Oh, I will do a plug. The Dice Tower, if you know them, our podcast is part of their network and whatnot, and they are on their last night of their Kickstarter. They're actually doing a stream now as well. I imagine a lot of people will be watching this afterward, but you could jump in there and back them. I imagine there's even some late pledges on theirs, but they bring great and massive content every year, and they are wonderful people, so definitely check them out. Dicetower.com
It's your turn.
and Dicetowerkickstarter.com. Okay. I have not thought about my turn. Is there a way to get milk on this board?
By getting sheep.
Yes, getting sheep, yeah.
And here.
Here
And
and
here.
there.
Great, thank you. Wow.
Like, it's really good for you with your 10 workers.
Let me start here. I'm going to take a farmyard card and steal the rooster. Go ahead.
All right. Let's go with that. Let's move this back 1 space, and I get 2 of those. Go ahead.
I want to get a bonus card. Take the rooster.
Oh, man, rude.
Did you want that?
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm going to play this card, which is 1 barley per column without field. So I have 3, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to pay. Sorry, I just wanted verification on that. Make sure I was doing that. I understood it. And I get 2 tools and a bonus card. I haven't placed a thing yet. Ooh, 3 jewels to get a jewel every round. I wasn't supposed to say that out loud.
No.
Sorry. Okay, now I have to figure this out. Clay would be good. That's nice and straightforward, so let's just go get 4 clay. Done. 3 goods using 2 types. 2 and 1.
I guess I'll do the same. Go ahead.
2 and 1. 2 and 1. Good. 2 and 1. Good.
But
Yep. 3 goods. So I could use more barley. Alright, so let me go here. So that's going to give me 2 crops, a milk, and a sheep. Moves up 1 space, but I don't have any sheep to be protected, so I'm going to take 2 barley.
This doesn't leave or go into your house.
Nope, doesn't hang out in my house.
All right, you're good.
That was cool, right? In Agricola, you could keep 1 pet in your house. Love that. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go here to get a sheep and a meat.
I'm gonna plant in 4 fields. So I'll plant that. And that. 4 fields planted. So get a yarn.
Were we completing this many cards yesterday?
You weren't.
No, I don't.
I don't think so.
It seems like whatever decks we picked, they're allowing us to complete them a lot more. Like this is like the deck that lets you build more. Because I definitely.
Ooh, and I can play this. I have 6 that and 5 of those.
Wow. Amazing.
That's nice.
Well done. Okay. This one is just going to be. It's points. Okay. I just want to be crazy and work towards that. Probably. All right, so let's go here, toss this field, get a jewel, and 3 clay. Good.
All right, I'm going to play that. These get +1 round each. And then I get a card. Then I'm going to get rid of these for 3 tools. That's how I do it, right? It's not like 1, 1, 1. I guess I could do that to drag it out, right? But it doesn't necessarily.
Which one is it?
Like doing the action to get rid of for tools.
Oh, you
but I
could
don't
drag
think
it
enough.
out, yeah, if you wanted to delay, but you can get rid of them all.
So I'll do that and play this card because I have 3 tools, 3 jewels, and 3 sheep. And that's going to get me 1 every... Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do this one. Game 2, 3. That goes there, because I almost would have lost him.
Lost little sheep.
Don't want that.
All right. Do I still need more? This is just not going to happen. All right. I don't know if this is my best move, but I'm doing it. So I'm going to get 3 clay. And I'm going to give up this field. And I get a jewel. And then I'm going to spend these 3 jewelry to get a jewel every round, but also 8 points at the end of the game. So I think that's what it's really for.
You're good?
Yep.
I'll get that and that. Go ahead.
I'm done.
We'll go here and get a sheep and a hide. Everybody's good?
Yep.
Pick up your farmyard card. Move your empty fields up.
If you harvest from your lowest field, does it go away?
Hmm?
If you harvest from your lowest field, it doesn't go away, does it? It stays there at the
Yeah,
bottom?
it stays there. I know I'm intrigued by this one. You can play any time. Could I play that as soon? I assume not. I assume you kind of complete an action, right? But I will play that one to get rid of a level 5 field and gain 2 level 3 fields. I assume I couldn't, like, as soon as one moves up, and then those ones would move up. That feels against the spirit of the game. So
Yeah.
then you harvest and move fields down, and then get a milk for each sheep. And then spend, spend, spend. This round, you can spend 3 goods if you use 2 types.
I'm gonna do this card and get rid of all of my sheep. for 2 tools.
Well,
And 2 jewels. And 2 bonus cards. Interesting.
crazy, just consistency. Whew. Reset your boulders.
Let's do that. 1, 2, 3.
So the game is an $80 MSRP. We have them at the portal if you're local. Otherwise, you can find them at your friendly retailer. And the $80 is nice because it's a pretty big box. The size, pretty close to the size of Feast for Odin, but it doesn't have quite as much as in it. But Feast for Odin is $100 retail. So this makes about sense. And you know, it's less depth than Feast for Odin, but I think it's kind of nice. Like, this feels more like a almost school night game, especially now that people are home so much. It's like a different school night. I know I have a lot of teach from home days, so it's a little easier to stay up and play those. You know, heavy, but not crazy long in terms of all that. All right, so start of the 5th round. And we are doing 1 or 2. So somebody's flipping, and then 3 and 4.
1.
So not 2. Were there 2 here?
Yes.
Cool. Sorry. I just wasn't sure if somebody had done that. All right, now we take our card. I'm just going to put mine here. Can I have 7 more workers? They seem to be completely out over here. I have 1 more worker. I was going to put on the board here. And then gain your bonuses.
A lot of bonuses now.
Did I draw that card? I probably drew that card.
It's a good one, though.
No, I don't like that one.
Oh, sorry. You wanted to switch it with this one?
Yeah. I saw it, so. Oh, and then get bonuses, right?
Yep, then collect all your bonuses. Yeah, we definitely weren't doing this last game.
No.
I guess I do get a card.
Nice.
I could have drawn.
Oh,
it.
that's a cool one.
Yeah.
Get a card.
Guess we'll see.
You got a
Do something
handful
with my
of
cards.
cards.
Yeah.
Oh, if you do the thing on the top, you can get the thing on the bottom.
Does that let you get more workers?
Oh, you don't have 12? All right. So then it is starting. I was
With
me
me.
for like a moment.
Yeah, now it's back
Okay.
to me. So, Let's do... Let's do cultivation. Or maybe just farming. I don't know. Where else is there? Sure. Do cultivation to get 3. 3. Could I have more of these? 2 more, please.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, we just divide them out for the stream so people had them.
This will get me 4 of these and 2 cards, right?
Everybody's planting, huh? I'm gonna go here and take an endgame card and take the rooster. Go ahead.
I'm gonna get a sheep and a meat. Go ahead.
Sheep and
Oof. You guys are jumping all over the stuff I want. And we'll go here, move this one up to 5, move this one up to 5, and then plant a barley. All you?
Mm-hmm. Now's the time to do it. Alright, so I'm going to play this to spend jewelry to get 5 animal products of the same type.
Whew.
So that can be milk, right? So I'll get 5 milk and then go here.
Nice.
To get to get 2 sheep. Okay. Go ahead.
I'll go here and get a level 4 field.
Okay, I'll move 1 back.
Yeah, that one's so good.
To get 2. Go ahead.
I'm thinking.
Yeah. That is fine. That's what I need.
You seem super
So
excited.
3 different goods. 6, 2. One of each of these. I'm going to eat thread. 2 and 2. It's going to be tough. These from all hops. Kathy has made her fields barren.
I know.
Hmm. We go here, get 3 wool.
Yes, I'm gonna go there and get 3 crops. Okay, go ahead.
Where's the rooster?
I don't know where you want it there.
Right there.
I'm going to go place a level 4 field. Oh, we can say the action. Oh, I'm going to get a tool shed. What?
I think you go to the tool
I'm going to go to the tool shed, get my tools, and go dig a new field. And I'm going to bring a friend.
Ooh, this looks hard.
Hey, I've got a clay delivery coming in.
That's some nice clay. And a plant in 4 fields. Hops. And rye. And barley. And do I see more barley? There's 3 and 1. 9. No. Yeah, let's plant more hops. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
I have more too. Sorry. All you.
I'll
First,
get a
my
tool
bad.
and then play some cards.
I thought the game was over.
Oh, is it only 5 rounds? Get that. Then I'll play that. Play that. Play that. 3. And play that. 9, 10. Take it. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead.
All right, I will put 1 here to get 2 crops and a milk and a sheep. Sorry, plus 1 round for a sheep, which I don't get. What am I gonna get? I think I'll get rye 6. I'll get a rye and a hops. Me.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got 1, so I could go get one of those, or I could get a tool. Not super worried about the tool. So I snag that card. Sure. And I get the rooster back. All right. Okay, so take your farmyard card. And then move your empty up, move an empty up 1, and then harvest. And then get a milk for each sheep.
And then we can play cards and stuff again, right?
And then cards and move everything up.
That.
I think I'm gonna do this before I do that.
Oh yeah, that's have 6 hops, get 3 barley, 1, 2, 3, and a bonus card. 6 thread, huh?
Okay.
You guys using 3 types, so 1, 2, 3. That went up. Sorry, Brian.
All right. I guess I did sit on this side and you sat.
Totally true. I'm extremely left-handed. I don't have that one. Darn it. I have to spend 4 goods. Spend milk. Whew. Oh, I will get one more troll. Okay.
Sorry, 1 second.
That's fine. It's a very whispery game.
Yeah.
And some muttering.
Yep. Yeah, not the most exciting to watch on stream, but I think it's good for people to see how it gets played and what happens. I mean, these are the kind of games when I watch people play, I might skip ahead a little bit, you know what I mean? Hear the teach and watch the first round and then kind of skip to the end and see how it went. Or you can watch the whole thing and get us more views and more viewing time.
All right.
Tell your friends to subscribe to the channel where they play whispery games for 3 hours. I know some of the ones like Heavy Cardboard and what they tell people like, oh, make your thoughts out loud. And I think it makes sense for our turns, but it's trickier. Do you want to answer that?
Yeah.
Why don't you pause? Hey, 1 second. Here's Mom. Watch out.
Hello?
All right, so I did all that. What else? There's. So it's just rearrange, and then we're gonna flip to the next, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, that was our daughter. All right, so start of the next round. We flip. This is what you were saying. I got a little distracted.
No, I wasn't trying to rush you.
No, that's fine. I was just wondering what you had said. So 2, 3, and 4. So not here. So I'm removing all of these, all of these, and all of these.
You're gonna need all of those, though.
Roughly, I'll give ones back as I get to mine in a second here. All right, and then our last farmyard card. Where Kathy puts hers, so. Let's give her 3 and she can figure it out. Everything good?
Jessica loves you.
Yeah. Tell her I love her.
Too late.
It was just a good night?
Yeah.
Perfect. I don't know where you put your card normally. So here's your farmyard card.
Not there.
And then we take our bonuses.
I had 12 workers, so I hope you got that right.
Brant took most of them. So.
I cleared all this. Work got pretty empty except that first quadrant. All right, so bonuses. Yeah, here.
Okay, all right.
Everybody good?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Last round. Make it a good one, everybody. Don't screw it up. We'll start here. Sheep and a meat.
I guess there's not a ton of stuff to do, is there? I'm going to
16 spaces there, 4 around the edge.
Oh, are we still doing that? All right, I'm gonna go there. Move something back. Let's do that. Game 2. Okay.
Yeah, that was the spot I should have gone to, huh?
Yeah.
And now I need to go there so somebody doesn't do it as well. This would make sense. My bad.
I'm going to play that. 4 crops of the same type. Let's take those, and I will place on here to plant 2, 3 of these. Okay. Oh, that was fast.
I did some sheep marketing. .com.
The only way to move boulders is with these tools.
Yep.
Darn tools. Go there and get 6.
Oh, this is hard.
Does the first player mean something at the end? Probably adds 1 to your something.
I don't think so.
Oh.
But your tools get spent at the end.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, tools can be points or no?
They count towards
For
the
that,
1/5, and there's cards. Two crops.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see. You also get points for having this uncovered, right? That's the other part.
Yes.
Where if you get...
Yeah, if you
Okay.
go
The further you
past
move
it.
them forward past it, you get more points.
Okay.
Everything visible.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's... Yeah, it's going to be real tough to
Yeah.
get off there, right? So I know I'm going to need 3 tools plus... All right. I just don't know how to... Alright, let's just draw a card. See what happens. What's the difference? This one is like something that will lead to... Yeah, this one is what I want.
These are have points, and these don't.
Okay.
Generally.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's coming down to the end. It's like brutal calculation.
The spots fill up so much faster in 3-player than 2-player.
yeah.
Which makes sense, obviously, but
It's cool worker placement, like, right? It's like generic workers, and then it tastes more. And I don't know. It's like I've seen that, but it's almost like then you pick everything up. But this one where they only empty some, I don't know. It doesn't really feel like mass innovation, but it's different. And to Kathy's point, it makes player scaling good. Like 2-player, it's going to clear less.
Yeah.
Right? And then 4-player clears everything. So it's like, although I guess the randomness of what clears. So everything clears 4 times and has a shot of clearing a 5th.
Okay. Because it's saying...
Right, because there's 6 cards with 3 things, so that's 18. And 4 spots, so they're all going to clear 4 times, and then...
What's the... So it's saying...
2 of them clear a 5th time.
Clear the top one. That's clear the top 2? Or no?
This is clear 3.
3, just one,
river.
The top row of 3?
Yep.
What's the 2 showing?
Like these are the quadrants.
That's just showing
1,
the quadrant. Okay.
2, 3, 4.
So it's not like you're never clearing top and...
Right. So there's one time that you pick between 1 and 2, and 1 time that you pick between 3 and 4. So everything clears 4 times, and then one of each of those 2 sections clears a 5th time to get 18 clears. Mm-hmm. So that randomness isn't too bad, right? It's just saying
I was thinking
either 3 or 4, either 1 or 2, one time. So you're not like living and dying on that. Like, oh no, because 2 cleared over and over, it was random all the time. It'd just be brutal, right?
Right.
Okay, come on, math. 2 crops. I'm gonna take a barley and a flax, and I'm gonna take a milk.
So that's me.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, did I take a spot? Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how it goes, but I'm just going to stop talking, actually. I'm going to stop talking. I'm really good.
I guess let's just see.
Yeah, it's tighter with 3 people.
Yeah.
It's interesting, too.
Let's see what happens.
Because spaces only clear down to 1. They don't clear down to 0 as well. More cards?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I'm going to get a point out of these fields for not using them in the last round. They're all going to slide up. 5 will be worth a point. But I mean, I guess that's negligible compared to being able to like slide your thing over to get 50 points.
Yeah, how many workers are you going to have in the 7th round?
I don't know, but I know somewhere here, because I got 4 crops, I know I'm going to be, my math is off by 1 somewhere that I didn't pay attention to, and it's going to bother me. Like,
okay.
Should have been able to take 4 clay.
I'm going to take...
Dense. Very whispery. Oh, what was the last thing I did? I went to the tool shed again and dug up some clay. Is it clay? Am I totally wrong? I'm like totally going off the fact that it's orange. But I'm like, oh, it must be clay. It is clay.
That's good, right?
That's the only one I can remember.
Boy, I'm so lucky I have a clay pit in my backyard by my tool shed.
I guess I'm going to take 3 crops.
And finito.
Going to... I'm going to go here. Take the milk.
I think milk is the hardest resource to get in this game.
2 fields. afraid I messed this up.
Oh, I know, it's brutal when you're just off by one and you're like, I can't do anything.
Alright, I'm just going to get 2 tools. Okay.
I'm going to switch them.
Okay. All right, that's it. So you get your farmyard card, which is totally random. Oh, wow, that would have been amazing. But I can't do it now.
Interesting.
All right. Then empty rows go up
I'm
one.
going to do mine. I have
Harvest.
3. Oh, that doesn't help me.
You can still wait to do them till after, right? You harvest?
Yeah.
I always question that because it feels wrong.
Yeah.
But
All right, and then harvest, moving fields down, and then get milk. And I'm going to play my card, have a number of milk equal to the number in the window, which I guess is 30? No, okay. So I get one of these, and then one of these. And I draw a bonus card. Or give up a sheep. Oh well.
I guess.
That would have been amazing. Is everybody on to moving craft buildings?
Who knows?
Can I go on to moving craft buildings?
Yeah.
Okay.
Darn it.
goods or what? Anything?
Goods or anything.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one.
Can I retroactively play this because I had exactly one empty field?
Yeah.
Thank you.
There
It
it
was
is.
here. And that would have gone there. And that would go there. This go here.
This one I'm going to move up with a jewel. I'm going to use a tool, which is used up, and use a jewel. And here.
Okay.
Where's the 6 goods? 1, 2, 3, 4.
6 of those.
5. That is out. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Got it.
Still. Okay. So.
What are the points for jewelry tools?
Jewels are worth 1 point.
Okay.
So I will play this one to get a sheep for a jewel. And draw a bonus card. No. What? And I can drop these two.
Just done that.
14. Whew. All right, everybody's doing their final calculations. Once everybody gets moved up, then Kathy will get the pencil of determination.
Did you just come up with that?
No, that's what it says in the box.
Yeah.
Cool part about Uwe games that they do now, very popular designer, is, I'm going to try to do this, but I'm going to annoy them, is that they give you the whole back of the book as an almanac explaining all the cards. And they're pretty good about not just repeating what's on the card, but actually giving you some of the edge cases. So you can see, starting from here, everything is laid out, each card. And the solo mode in this game is actually really simple because you just play normal, and then you only uncover one space each round. So it's really simple. It just is the regular game. Works out nicely like that.
When you spend your jewels,
Yep.
do you need tools also? Do they count for moving boulders?
For jewelry?
Yeah.
You spend the tool to move the boulder forward, and then you can use the jewelry to move it. Oh, the jewelry doesn't push the boulders.
Okay, yeah.
I understand your question. I missed it.
It's fine.
We hammered through these cards, too, which would be interesting in 4-player.
See, last game, I got 2 bonus cards that I could use right in the last thing, and I have, like, bonus cards that are no way, and I got them, like, 2 rounds ago, but I couldn't get to them at all. So that's interesting. That would be another argument for
Draw more. This one's interesting. Give up a planted field to get 6 points. That would have been so easy, but again, I drew it at the end, so there's no option for a planted field, which is fine. That's very good. Again, you just pulled a card to get 6 points, and then every round you get another field. That's really good. Yeah, look at our tableaus. I've got 7 bonus. Brian's got 10 bonus cards. Kathy's got 7 bonus cards. All right, then make sure you play any endgame cards or any other cards that you want to play. And then Kathy will get the Pencil of Determination and the Pad of Justice.
Oh, boy.
Can I see the rules?
The Cultivation Pad. We got more of that. And ooh, don't want to be in last in this game.
Does it say that? I could actually see it saying that.
Now I'm pulling out the farm jokes.
Oh, good.
The farm comments.
I don't know. Is anybody on the fence about this game?
Okay. So, your house points.
50.
18. But 12 workers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sheep?
Nice. You got there. I have 6 sheep.
5.
Jewels?
Kathy only had 3 sheep. That's kind of bad. 0. Sorry, I just wanted to make the joke.
4.
I apologize. What? You just sat around with jewels?
I mean, I got 2 cards that gave me...
Oh, this is cool, though. Look at
5.
it. You got like 15 extra there. That's sweet.
Thank you.
I didn't end up with any extra.
I don't know what this is. The goods leftover?
Yeah, so that's, you add up your field levels plus tools plus goods, divide by 5. Round down.
Okay, cool. 6?
4.
Thank you.
Yeah.
6.
Cards.
$47.
You beat me in every category.
34.
Here, faster math.
All right, so Brent ended up with...
Oh, wait, when was I supposed to add these?
Oh, and your house points.
Okay. Plus
So you'd be 33 here?
Yeah.
Did you have any bonus on those? And I did not do that. All right, I have 62 and 47. Is that 109?
And when was sheep, actually? Did we say that already? Yeah, we did. Never mind.
Yep.
We're good.
And Brian had 38 and 8 is 46 and 34 is 80. And Kathy had 37 and 4 is 41. And 38 is 79.
Did I get my exact score that I got last
And
time?
one less than Brian.
Oh no, I had 76 last time.
Nice. So wow, a lot more points out there too. These cards seemed
For you.
interesting in terms of that.
I guess I got more points than last time, too.
Well, we all got more points than Kathy's score last time. That's all I was commenting on. I'm not being...
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of this, it was like I have all in on milk, but they gave me 10 points. But it was milk seemed like the hardest resource. And then at the end, I drew this card. It didn't help me, but it gave 2 milk every round. That would have been a lot.
It was brutal when you took this because.
But I didn't take it first.
No, when you took the second one, when
The
you
top
filled
one?
it, because I had
Use that
like
space.
I had to get rid of 5 rings
Ooh,
for this
wow.
one,
Yeah,
or 10
5 rings
sheep,
or 10 sheep.
and I had 3. There's no way I was getting more sheep.
Yeah, no, they're tough. There's no
Yeah,
because
I
there's no
mean-
breeding.
And then
But,
this
like,
one,
Those game. I mean, I got. Yeah, no. Like it was tough
Yeah.
without in tandem.
well, I got them
And-
late
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
And then this one was 12 yarn. And again, there's
Yeah,
no way.
that's
Like,
tough.
if I had 10 sheep, getting 12 yarn would have been super easy.
It's interesting though. Even
But
like
getting
this
them
hops
late.
I had from the start of the game. Spend 10 hops to get. Okay, I'm gonna get hops. I got the thing for +1 hops, but then I'm spending it over here,
Yeah.
and then I've got to do the math of if I want to move this one forward.
Mhm.
You know, so it was interesting. But that's fun. Like that's the fun of the game is trying to figure that like
Right.
efficiency out, don't run out, and
This
then
is so
where
much
should I
easier,
place here?
though, getting 6
6 and
of
6.
Yeah.
6 because it's a similar amount of goods, but you just plant 2 fields.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's not.
Right. No, it's hard. Like I don't know how you
That's
get those
not
sheep because there's
like-
no breeding of sheep in the game. If there was
Right.
breeding, then you could get a bunch of sheep to make another sheep, you know, and all that kind of stuff, and the bonus. But cool. I really enjoyed it. That's my third play, solo, 2-player, 3-player. I really enjoy it. I can see it not like garnering the same popularity, or I don't know. Feast for Odin and like those are so big and so popular, you know, in terms of that. But I think it's fun, and I thought 3-player was different than 2-player in terms of what Kathy was saying. Like you couldn't mess up on this board.
Mhm.
You know, you really wanted to make sure that you had all those things. So that's kind of my take. I've enjoyed it. I'd definitely give it a positive review. Do you guys want to say what you thought about it, or do you want to just end the stream?
No, it seems like it's in that grouping of games. Like it's just fun to try to figure out a different puzzle when you're playing,
Mhm.
and it does feel like it's very easy to get out and just play. Even though, like, how long did that take? You might have said that already.
I mean, that's 2 hours with the teach.
Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. I mean, it didn't feel like it was long.
Mm-mm.
I guess once you start getting like a big hand of cards, you might have to like sit and think about what you're doing. And the last round, you're obviously going to have to figure out how to like best
Yeah.
do stuff.
That was the most optimization I've had to do in the 3 plays. It was like,
Mhm.
whoa.
Yeah. But I guess, had you gotten like to 50 before?
So I did in my solo game, but I can't remember. There was something that I think I either did wrong here. I know I wasn't drawing the bonus cards. Oh, I did get to this, but then I also took all these points in my solo game. Like I thought it was everything you get past. So like,
Okay.
then you pick this up and you say, oh, that gave me 9 points. So I got a lot of points. I was wrong, but I did get to the 50. But like that was it. I didn't have any cards or anything. So those were my points. And then I didn't realize it was in Kathy might play it when they say draw a bonus card for these, and that's like totally what these cards are about,
Yeah.
right? Getting you to the bonus card. So I didn't build all that tableau, but
Those
it was
are the-
definitely a learning game, that solo one.
Yeah.
And the solo is perfect for learning because it's the same exact game. There's no different rules. It's just when you draw this card, do a different thing. So the scaling is so simple. It's 6 cards that scale the game.
Right.
Like that's awesome, you know, in terms of not having to worry about too much otherwise.
I wouldn't have known what to do without the arrows.
Kath, what do you think? It's your second game.
I really like it. And I even liked it with 3-player. Although I did like it better with 2-player because I don't like getting blocked in games. So
Yeah.
I like to have all the options available to me.
Plus, you could sit right here next.
No.
Yeah, the one thing I could say that I could see the replayability going down is that like it's really about pushing this house, and it just feels like you could feel like you're doing the same thing every time. But man, were we able to set up tableaus, and I mean we love that, right? So it's a heavy game where you're also building a tableau.
Yeah.
Like that was cool
And
that we were able to do
so
so many.
different from our 2-player game.
Yeah.
Is I had 3 bonus cards at the end of our game last time, and I don't think you had any, right? Like we
Yeah,
played
right. We didn't have
some
any
cards, but
You had a lot of
hardly
endgame
any
cards
at
in the
all.
last one.
I had
I
3
think I did have
endgames.
bonus cards, but you had a whole bunch and these, and I don't know, I might have been higher on this, but you were ahead of me almost everything.
Yeah.
So then this deck I think is static. Let me see. No, this deck changes and this deck changes. This one here. Is the bonus deck the same every time? Okay, so the bonus deck is the same every time. So it's interesting that we had so many and we just weren't doing that last game.
Yeah, we just didn't do it.
But we weren't doing nearly as many of these either. So this switches. So this deck might have been easier. There's 4 of these and 4 of these. These 2 are static
Okay.
because they're bigger and, right, they're just the ways you're going to get bonuses and end game points. So that kind of makes sense. Whereas how you get those cards and what you get every round changes, which, right, because these are the more common cards. So there's 4 decks. So I'm down for 2 more games.
Yeah.
I played the first deck twice. I played this deck once.
I would be, so both times I like drew these towards the end, just like, oh, let's see what I get. Maybe I have something. But I'd be interested to see if you got a bunch of these early.
Yeah.
How many?
Right.
Just curiosity, like if you were working towards those, because they're like 10, 14, like they're higher point cards.
Yeah.
If you've got a bunch that go together,
Yeah.
I'm interested to know how that would work.
I wonder if it would lead to it, so you wouldn't necessarily. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you get 1 all the way up, 1 or 2, you can get a lot of points.
Right.
From that.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, yeah, you were at 18, but you were basically at 34 because of your 15 points.
Yeah, because you can get, like,
Right.
it's 63 max, but that would be very, like, specific. And then 63 if you're here to 70 potential.
Gotcha.
Not that you would get the 63.
Oh, you're saying
easily.
if you moved 1 building up and left, or 4 buildings up and left 1 behind? Yeah, so it's interesting that maybe I'm not seeing that element of it's not asking you.
Like, if you completely cleared your houses and then you had this, that's 45 points plus the 18?
Right, but could you just get to 70?
Oh, I guess it would move, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because it would be
all clear.
Yeah, so you'd have to get.
So 70 would be your max?
So it would be, 54 would be the most you could get if you stayed here?
Right. So, yeah, but that's interesting that maybe I'm not seeing that. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe there's an element of just get to here and then get these points. And don't, like, there's 1 you could just leave behind at that point, right? Like, you could be ignoring a resource. These are also just weird. Like, whatever, thematically it's weird to explain to people, but it's fine because it's, it's not the strongest thematic game, although you're doing things that are like farming. But it's weird, it's weird if you get behind and then suddenly you need 5 tools for 3 space. Like, that's a lot of tools.
Well, that's why,
you don't want to get behind, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's really asking you to try to move these up. But I think if you're moving 1 space a turn, then you still have that potential, right? To be here. Then at some point you have to move 2. But still you have that potential to score like you were saying in terms of that. So awesome. Thanks everybody for watching. That's Hallertau. I think it's 3 thumbs up around the table. I got 1 here. Brian's got 2. Kathy, that's 4 thumbs up. I've kind of got a thumb up here. So yeah, no, we really enjoyed it. So check it out. Like I said, it's available at the portal. It's $79.99. You can check it out at your local store as well. That's it, everybody. Until next time, I'm the Brant.
I'm Bryan.
I'm Kathy.
And we hope you step into the portal. Bye, everybody.